What's up, guys? One Koala Man here, bringing you episode number 19 of our fairy tale reviews. And if you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to smash that like button down below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you could be a part of us as a channel. Not just me, because this isn't just me anymore, this is us. So hit that subscribe button if you want to be a part of us. And share it to everybody you know. Be sure that everybody knows about One Koala Man, knows about you guys, knows about everything. And that's about it. Oh, follow me on Twitter. My Twitter will be linked in the description down below. And let's get this mother underway. Alright, so before we begin this episode is pretty much a filler between, the Galuna Island storyline and another storyline that we'll get into in the next, hopefully, 3 episodes. But this episode is just pretty much a filler, and the squad comes back from Galuna Island, and Makarov isn't there, so they luckily dodged the punishment. But then Urza says that she's gonna do the punishment herself, and everybody's like freaking out. People are saying, okay, Natsu and Gray, I understand if they get punished, but Lucy, oh man, I feel so sorry for Lucy. And Lucy's like, what the heck's the punishment? And she's getting super scared. I'm getting super scared for her because I don't even know what the punishment is. I forgot what the punishment is because I've seen this episode a long time ago. So I don't know what this punishment is going to be. Alright, since nothing has happened with the punishment, like Urza just said she was going to do the punishment, but nothing really happened. So I don't know what the heck the problem is with that. But anyways, Natsu and Gray are, checking up on the request board, and they see this odd looking request. And it's kind of like an Illuminati thing, but instead of like a regular triangle, it's like a backwards, upside down triangle. But anyways, it's like in some weird text, and so Natsu's reading it, and the whole squad is around. So Urza, Happy, Natsu, Gray, Lucy, and Loki, actually, because Loki's looking at the job request too. And so Natsu puts the job request on the table, and he's reading it, and then like this huge rainbow light pops out, and they wake up, I guess, and they switch places, and the spell that was used is called the Changeling, which is also the name of the episode. And the Changeling spells switch two people like with each other, kind of like the Freaky Friday movie with Lindsay Lohan and that lady from the Activia commercials. I think it's Activia, the yogurt commercials. And so Happy is Urza. So Happy and Urza switched. Natsu and Loki switched, and Gray and Lucy switched places. So now Makarov finally came over to the guild, and he's saying that this spell must be undone within 30 minutes, or else they will be stuck like this forever. Forever. And so everyone's freaking out, and they're saying, how much time do we have left? And, they keep like a time limit, and I think they use they had like 16 minutes at that point. And anytime they say the time, my boy Plu is like the card holder, like the in UFC, you got the beautiful girls, walking with the round number. Well, this time you got Plu walking with the time, saying what time it is and how much time they have left. But he doesn't say it, other people say it, but he's just holding up the sign. So 30 minutes they have to undo this spell. So everybody's trying to get used to their bodies, their newly found bodies. And Happy, who is Urza, who is in Urza's body, is like, wait, so if we are in their bodies and we can use their magic, that means... And then Urza, who is in Happy's body, is saying, no, don't you dare do it, Happy. You're gonna be a dead cat if you dare requip. And so Happy requips, and he requips, or she requips. Happy in Urza's body requips into like a fishing armor, which is like, with fishing gear, a little hat, fishing pole, of course, because Happy loves fish. So everybody's, kind of freaking out, kind of not. Urza keeps complaining about her being in Happy's body. Happy's getting angry at Urza because, Happy likes being a cat, but Urza doesn't. But anyways, Levy comes by, along with Team Shadow Gear. And I believe I've not mentioned Team Shadow Gear. So Team Shadow Gear is Levy, Jet, and Droy, I believe is his name. I know it's Jet and Levy. I don't know about the third guy. I believe it's Droy. And they're Team Shadow Gear. So Levy comes down, and she loves reading. She loves books, and she also wants to read Lucy's novel. So that's like kind of like a side thing. But you know, she loves reading. She loves books. She loves anything to do with, you know, deciphering. So she gets on the wind reader glasses. I was gonna say goggles. She gets on those glasses. She starts reading like what to do, like what the spell means, how to decipher, and all that. And she actually deciphers it to be like a quote, like those with the eternal bodies will have eternal happiness, something like that, some corny thing like that. And like she just deciphered it, but she didn't lift it. And she was like, oh yeah, I forgot. So Urza, who is in Happy's body, is still complaining that she'll have to be stuck as Happy forever. And she kind of got like the worst luck because, you know, Happy doesn't really have any powers except for flying. And Happy is now the strongest female wizard in the entire guild. So come on now. That's kind of unbalanced. But Makarov also said that the spell must be undone in pairs. They can't be all undone at once. They have to be done in pairs. And everybody's arguing like who should be the first pair to, you know, get the spell lifted off of them. So Levy finally gets, you know, everything written down, and she lifts the spell. And Gray and Lucy switch back to their original places. So Gray is Gray and Lucy is Lucy. But Natsu is still Loki. Loki's still Natsu. Urza is still Happy. And Happy is still Urza. But not just them. Makarov and Mira Jane have switched places. Elfman and Kana have switched places. Jet and Droy have switched places, even though, like, Makarov pointed out that nobody can really tell the difference between them anyways, because they're both, like, madly in love with Levy. And it's funny, because that's the end of the episode. Everybody's just switched back into each other, which is crazy, except for Gray and Lucy, who are back to normal. And, of course, Levy's, you know, normal. And everybody else is like, what are we going to do? And then the narrator, you know, says the end and all that. And then everybody's saying, what, you're just going to end it there? And then Urza, or Happy, who is in Urza's body, was like, yep. And then he's holding like a the end sign. So that's the end of the episode of Fairy Tail, of the filler episode of Fairy Tail. Alrighty guys, you already know I don't like to end off these episodes without a question of the day. And today's question of the day is, of the pairs that you've seen, who would you want to see switch places out of everybody? Say they were normal and then they read the spell. Who would you want to see switch places? One that I would definitely want to see is Lucy and Elfman switch places, because Lucy's like, you know, a sweet little girl, and Elfman's like this big strong man. So to see Elfman as like having the spirit of a little, you know, innocent girl, and having Lucy have the spirit of this big strong man, that would just crack me up. Oh my god. That would be so funny. Or to have Gray and Natsu switch. Oh lord, that would be funny, because they despise each other. But having them switch places, oh lord, that would be the funniest thing I've ever seen. But let me know down in the comments below, what pairs would you want to see in, like, if you were running this episode. Let me know. I want to, you know, talk to you about that. See what kind of funny pairs you could think of. So that does it for today's episode of Fairy Tail. Hopefully next episode isn't much of a filler, but like, and also like about the filler, I've heard a lot of people say that a lot of Fairy Tail is filler. I don't see that, honestly. I mean, if you see it, that's fine. If you see the filler in it, like, I don't see that much filler. Like, I see something kind of tied to the story, like Naruto. That mother had like 12 weeks of filler, and that was making me mad. That's actually what made me start watching Fairy Tail, honestly, is because Naruto was just making me mad with all these fillers, and the King Nappy, he loves Fairy Tail, and he's always talked about Fairy Tail, and so I was like, okay, maybe I might check out Fairy Tail, you know, he's giving a good word about it, and pfft, look at us now. We're doing reviews about Fairy Tail. So thank you, King Nappy. I know he's probably not going to watch it, but thank you. And that's about it for today, guys. So as always, keep it cool.